So starting the test drive in this Pilot Touring, the 10-speed shifts very well in the normal drive mode, which just makes it get up to speed quickly without being too, I guess, heavy on the throttle, if you will. But once you get going, it's very, very smooth here, very quiet in the cabin. And the ride quality of these is very solid. It doesn't ride too smooth, but it also is not rough at all. And the steering, it's just a tad light for me. But let me put it in a sport mode and see if that changes anything. So still relatively light steering in sport mode, but you definitely get that throttle output. But a lot of people who drive these, probably will not complain about the steering feel, because it's easy to control. It makes a lot of sense. It's just a touch of a button or just a flip of your fingers and you're moving in one direction. I prefer a tighter steering wheel, but most people that drive these probably will not, so that's not really an issue. Now the normal drive mode, again, it's pretty nice just in terms of your overall throttle output. You don't feel like you have to gas it to get up to speed, and you also don't feel like you have to be super light on the pedal to stay efficient. So it's a nice sweet spot. But the Econ mode is actually very good as well in limiting how much gas you burn when you put your foot to the pedal, but not necessarily leaving you stranded in terms of your throttle output like I've experienced in some Infinitis and Nissans. So you still get the full grunt of your V6 for the most part. Obviously it's not the maximum power output, but pretty decent. And for your adaptive cruise, the lowest speed it looks like you can go is 25. I was trying to get it to match the school zone at 20. But it's not hard to hold your speed here, even at this lower speed, so I appreciate that. It's not like I'm having to go on and off the gas pedal and the brake. Holds pretty steady for the most part. So I have the manual shifts enabled, and we're gonna see how it gets up to speed here. Here we go. So I didn't give it, I was barely having my foot down. I didn't want to floor it. This thing only has 20 miles, but I wanted it to rev up just a tad. And does a great job at that. Gonna put it in the regular drive mode. And then we're gonna test out the adaptive cruise, lane centering. So it's gonna keep a safe distance between myself and the vehicle in front of me. I think a great overall package here with the Touring. Me personally, I would just go all out and do the Elite, just pay a few grand more, get cooled seats and a few other creature comforts, but the Touring's a pretty good spot if you want almost everything. So I want to give one more thank you to Daryl Waltrip Honda for allowing me to review this Pilot today. I'll leave a link below in the description. And then if you're interested in finding a Pilot in your area and you want to make sure you get the best possible price from the local dealers, make sure you click the link below in the description, fill out your info, and we'll make sure to get you that best possible price. But I'll be sitting here for a minute, so this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2025 Honda Pilot Touring.